things more like crazy.
They say, but you're married. That does not matter. Today, this all comes to an end. If you're new here, my name is Morgan.
I'm Will.
I'm from America.
I'm Swedish.
We met working on a cruise ship in 2018, and that began the journey of immigration.
Visa issues and find some middle ground where we can just be in Sweden.
I mean, it's been a journey and we're not at the finish line yet. And I think we're just gonna bring you up to speed of where we're at right now. This is Matcha, or Boba for anyone who's new.
This is the third part of the family. He's from Sweden and he got to immigrate to America with almost no hurdles. If only it could be the same for his father. However, we always figured out.
Morgan and I started our process for Sweden in 2021 for her residency.
And I could only stay here for 90 days. I know a lot of people know about that rule. If you didn't, you can't stay in Europe forever unless you're a resident. I think early on in our relationship, we decided that it would be the best move for us to move to Sweden together first, as we both always kind of had it in the back of our minds that we would end up in the US.
After 8 months of waiting for her Swedish residency, she got approved in January of 2022.
And that began our life living together in Sweden.
I'm a resident! I'm a Swedish resident! Woo! In case anybody wanted to know!
That's a little bit of the timeline. You can go back and kind of track our journey through videos and renovating our house and our visa process for me to go to Sweden and so on. But now we're sitting here today explaining our journey of getting Will into the US. It's very confusing. It's not black and white.
Forms D9, W8, F12, and D9B.
People don't understand why they say, but you're married. And yes, we have been for 3 years. That does not matter.
Things have changed in the last few years, or in the last 10 years, so I'm not surprised that people's idea or opinion is that, oh, you get married and you get a green card straight away. It sort of was that way a while back. Not anymore. So basically during Morgan's second year of residency in Sweden, we decided maybe we should start getting this ball rolling. This was also after 2 years of marriage, which means that we got straight into the second visa category, which would allow me to gain a 10-year green card straight away instead of a 2-year green card.
10 years would give us a lot more grace when it comes to planning our lives and just the money in general, like the fees that you have to pay to apply for these visa processes is insane.
And as much bureaucracy that you can cut out, the better.
We are trying to sit here today with like the least bit of bitterness, but to be totally transparent and honest, this process has not been easy for us. We thought that it was going to go a lot quicker. So in April of 2023, we sent in our application for Will to get a green card. How do you feel?
That feels so good.
You have successfully submitted.
First step.
Now we wait.
But it wasn't for the green card, it's actually for the petition to be able to apply for the green card. So basically, you have to ask to be eligible to apply.
We sent in the application, we went about our lives. You have no idea where you're standing in line, you are just waiting for an email. There's an online portal that you can check your progress. It gives you an estimated time where it says 3 months or whatever. The countdown is completely inaccurate.
The countdown changed 3 times, 4 times during the entire process. We had like 3 or 4 separate countdowns.
After 14 months of waiting, we finally got an email. 4 days after Will entered the US, we heard from immigration.
Hello, bonjour, hola, konnichiwa, and welcome to the United States.
I don't know if I got pinged or something went through. I have no idea.
This might be a coincidence, but
We don't think so. We don't think it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You know, it was good. It took us on to the next step of the process.
So that was step 1.
Petition.
Petition to apply. Step 2, you have to basically give all the information that you gave the first time.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the episode of I Love Immigrating to the US. Here today, we featured writing the same information for the 5 millionth time. Where I've lived, what I've done for work.
Who I've seen.
Who's my mother's name, my father's name, their mother's name, their father's name. Listen, it's all good. It's all for security, but it gets kind of old when you're like written all this down and like You start having to like research what your postal code was when you lived in London in that one flat for like 4 months. But we're getting there. We're almost done, but I'm a little bit tired.
Hopefully.
What do you mean, hopefully?
So after gathering all of our documents, we thought we were on top of things, like sending more than they had asked for, and then we waited. This is the thing. It's like one step and you wait, and then another step and then you wait.
So we submitted the documents. They got back to us a few weeks later saying that they needed more documents. We submitted some more documents, waited a little bit longer,
They got back to us again asking for another document.
And then this Friday that just passed, we got approved on our documents, or they declared that our documents were sufficient.
So now we are waiting for Will to receive a date and a time for an interview, which they choose for you. And that's where we stand today.
Several months later.
Good morning, everybody. It is the 11th of September. I got back to Sweden 2 days ago, and I'm about to have my medical for my visa. Before you get a green card in the US, you have to do a medical in your country of origin. So I'm just about to head to that clinic. It's a 3-hour appointment with x-rays, checking vaccination records and everything like that. So let's grab the bus. And I'm super jet lagged. Usually I would drive, but I have not slept a single hour last night. Just finished my medical. It all went well. Checked all my vaccines and everything. Took some tests, blood sample, urine sample. Did some touching and feeling on my stomach, and now I have to go and get an x-ray. So to the next clinic because they don't have an x-ray here. It's been roughly 2 weeks since my medical, and tomorrow I take the train to Stockholm for my interview. Honestly, quite stressful, but you know, it's all gonna be fine. We've done this now. We've been together for 6 years, and documents and getting stuff together is not something new. So I'm just like putting everything together for my interview, the last little bits and bobs. All should be good. Which basically means just putting all the important papers into a folder, who then goes into a folder, then goes into a bag to just be safe for the rain stuff. And considering it's the US embassy, they don't really allow anything like bag wise or laptop wise. I just found this like old laptop kind of case, and I think it's small enough for them to allow it. It is travel day. It's time to go to Stockholm. I am nervous, but it's good. I packed up all the stuff, all the documents. I wish I could film it more, but obviously there's like all my information in the documents, so can't really show you the structure of that. But today I'm traveling to Stockholm. I'm gonna hang out with some friends tonight, and then tomorrow I'm heading to the embassy. So yeah, tag along as I go. I look a little bit rugged, but I did sleep well tonight. I miss Maureen like crazy, and I can't wait to actually like start our lives together. We've obviously been living life for the last 6 years we've been together, but it's just like we've been running all the time. Just running, and now finally I feel like we're about to get some sense of peace. Yeah, go to the train station. Okay, I made it to my hotel. Nerves are kicking in. I have butterflies in my stomach, you know? It's like, I've anticipated this moment for so long. I don't know if it's gonna be like super anticlimactic and I'm gonna get there and it's gonna be very much like, look at your paper, stamp, you're good. Or if it's gonna be like a grueling like interview session, like I have no idea. We'll just have to see. I'm gonna head to one of my best friends from childhood, and we're just gonna hang out this afternoon. We're gonna pick up his kid from kindergarten and then have dinner with him and his wife. It's just gonna be like a really relaxing and quiet evening. But yeah, let's take a walk. The weather is beautiful, and I'm just by it's called the Avicii Arena now. When I was a kid, it was just called the Globe. Train station is still called the Globe. Literally just next door. Time to go to sleep. Had a wonderful day with my friend and his family. Just like earlier, I'm getting a bit of like nervous jitter. I know it's all gonna be fine. Like I have all the paperwork and everything sorted, but obviously there's still like this like unknown feeling of not knowing. Hopefully everything goes to plan. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. may ask, what is this brown envelope? It's a very important envelope. In there is my future. In there is my passport with a visa in it. Let's open it.
Yeah, I try to make it so my face can be in it when we open it, but I don't know.
Don't mind this. This is just like packing. You know, packing in it's a chaos state when you're moving from one country to the other.
Okay, so I guess they mailed all my official documents back to me.
Oh, another fee. I didn't even know there was another fee, but here we go. There's another fee. I can't even complain because you know what?
Welcome to the United States. And this is a guide for immigrants. How lovely. And do you know what that means? That means that in this passport, my passport, there is now a visa. A visa that I can't show you. A visa where the picture is horrifically printed, you know, but we made it. Let's go back home to Los Angeles.
It's a few days before I'm leaving, and I'm just paying the last fee, I think. There's so many fees. There's one thing that you should know about immigration is that it's not very cheap, and I'm just paying another $220 to process my green card. But you know what? It's all worth it in the end, so let's do it. Congratulations, you spent another bunch of money to immigrate to America. One last sleep in Europe, and then it's time for me to go to the US. So yeah, tomorrow I got a flight to Munich, and then to Denver. Go to customs in Denver, kind of symbolic, and then fly to Burbank. Feels so surreal, and I'm so excited. Tomorrow is also our 6th anniversary. It's come a really long way since then, so yeah, see you tomorrow morning. I mean, see you in 6 hours. It's gonna, my alarm clock is set for literally 3:30, so yeah, let's go.
It is not the first on your flight today.
These are probably the most comfortable chairs I've ever seen in an airport. I wish I had these on my 7-hour layover in freaking London. But I didn't, that's fine. Let's catch the next flight to Denver.
Hello guys! Today is the most exciting day thus far because it's October 15th, our 6-year anniversary. Will is flying into Burbank tonight for the last time. He finally got approved. This is a monumental day in our journey, in our marriage, in our relationship. Like, it's just crazy that today this all comes to an end. He can stay in the US for 10 years as of right now. That is huge. At 9 p.m. I'll be picking him up at Burbank, which is 5 minutes away from our house, and I couldn't be happier.
Guys, I made it. I have cleared customs officially in America as not an American, but as a green card holder. It was the least stressful engagement I've had so far at customs. I just have to wait a few more hours before my next flight.
I just made dinner. I made some vegetable soup. I've set up a little bit of gifts for him to come home to. We're gonna go pick him up from the airport in like roughly 2 hours. You don't even know what's about to happen. Your daddy's about to come. Our camera is dead and I couldn't find the cord for it because he keeps track of all the cords around here. So iPhone it is. He's home.
26 hours later.